Hey, buddy, that hurt my arm. Are you concerned with that?
Not really.
Stung.
I think your mom should be criminalized for letting you get that ugly haircut.
Why were you flipping those people off? They just wanted to talk.
Are there any women with you?
Yeah. What's that?
I haven't seen her before.
What's your stance?
Drugs.
Abortion is?
No, y'all.
Yeah.
Stop pushing your morality on me. I'm feeling really oppressed right now. Pushing my morality on me.
The Abolitionist Rising team recently flew out to Johnson City, Tennessee to meet up with the founding members of Students for Abolition. We stood alongside Cooper, Pate, Luke, Brody, and Meredith on the East Tennessee State University campus, bringing the gospel into conflict with the culture of death and spreading the word about a lecture Russell would be giving on campus at the end of our trip. These guys are doing some great work. So if you like this video, check out their links in the description to learn more, especially if you're a student.
What's up, man? How's it going?
So, what are you guys doing this for?
Well, we are Christian abolitionists. Okay. We're actually a chapter here of Students for Abolition. And so we are Christians advocating for the abolition of abortion.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So we believe that life begins at conception, that all human life is made in the image of God, thus deserving of value, dignity, protection of the law. So with my sign, basically, we're comparing slavery to abortion. We're not saying it's the exact same thing.
Cool.
Yeah, pretty hot topic.
Bold statement, man.
It is, yeah.
How is it similar to slavery?
Yeah, just think about it. So I usually just whip this one out in time of need. But it was, the same thing was going on, right? My property, my prerogative. You can't tell me what to do with my property, right? It's not your property. That's a human being made in the image of God. My body, my choice, right? Well, that's not your body. That's another human being made in the image of God. And then the culture was saying, don't like slavery, don't buy one. Don't like abortion, don't have one, while people just idly stood by watching families be split apart, family member by family member, supposedly property.
Are you for it or against it?
I'm confused.
Women are not sex objects.
I totally agree with that.
I'll make it less confusing. Do you think rape's wrong?
Yeah.
Right. Why is rape wrong?
No consent.
Because
it's a violation of bodily autonomy.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're for bodily autonomy.
Yeah.
So you think when one person uses their body to attack another person's body, that is wrong.
Yeah.
So that's women are not sex objects.
Yeah.
Then babies are not body parts is just a way of saying that this is another body.
Okay. So I disagree with you. Have I?
No, you disagree with yourself.
No. Because I disagree with you.
You don't think
about
that-
what that's a body. I don't agree with that.
What
But
you-
it's okay.
you-
We don't need to have
Where do
this.
human bodies
I'm not gonna change my
come
mind.
from? Is your mind implacable? See, your mind can't be changed because you've got it closed.
To be completely honest, you should not have an opinion on this. I don't think.
No, but do you have an argument, not just ad hominem stuff? Like, because you're saying, I'm giving you reasoning. No, what I mean is
you argued your beliefs, let me argue mine. I've heard you explain what you're trying to say.
Okay.
I'm 17 years old.
Okay.
I should not have to stand out here arguing for my bodily autonomy while I'm supposed to be sitting in a classroom.
It's not your bodily autonomy. This is what I'm saying. No.
But you turned around.
Okay, well, just listen. Just hear me out. What you are doing is called an ad hominem argument, right? It's where you're appealing to. You're appealing to who is.
My argument.
Well, because you started making more ad hominem arguments. What I'm saying is, an actual argument, here's the premises. And here's the justification. So when you appeal to, you can't have an opinion. It'd be like me saying, well, you can't have an opinion because you're not even a legal adult yet. You can't have an opinion because you're not.
I can have an opinion, but y'all can stream me on your little YouTube channel.
Wait. She still thinks we're a little channel? I'd already been over this with her.
Just
Are your
saying.
30 subscribers eating this up?
No, but the 275,000 are.
275,000? That's crazy. I hope all those people know that they're not very intelligent.
Are you just gonna take that insult? You should teach this girl a lesson and hit subscribe, because our subscribers are intelligent.
Channel.
I mean, you're in public. So, I mean, my point is, that's not valid, right? It's not valid for me to say, I think you can have an opinion even though you're 17. Because who you are doesn't change the validity of what you say. So when you say that I can't have an opinion, or none of these men can have an opinion because we don't have to worry about something, you're saying because of who you are, the things that you say don't actually have any validity.
I don't think it's right for that scenario like to happen, but do you think that she should be prosecuted? The hard prosecution thing that's a sensitive subject that I'm not well versed in because I'm not a law student.
Do you think there should be laws against murder in general?
I mean, that's simple common sense.
But you're not a law student.
Well, that's common sense.
Yeah. Well, then just apply that common sense to all people.
Just real quick,
Well,
this is kind of a hot topic
yeah, sure.
question.
Yeah.
How many African Americans have you tried to show that to?
Yeah, quite a bit. We've had conversations with them. Some are on board. Some are like, it's not your right. Like, you shouldn't be telling that about history.
I don't really think it's my right to tell you what you're allowed to do.
Oh yeah, but
we should tell you what you're allowed to talk about. But I do just want to say, like, I think that's a little insensitive.
Yeah.
I think that there's definitely lots of better ways to get your point across.
Yeah. Do you think it's insensitive to the baby in the womb who's being murdered? Like, you know.
I mean, I don't think that's for me to say either because I don't have a uterus.
Okay, right. But would you say the same thing about rapists?
Yeah, you share the human experience with both.
The human experience. I believe that a lot of people make a lot of mistakes, and sometimes you should be able to say, clean your hands off.
Yeah, and that's what our signs are saying too. Abortion is murder, and forgiveness for murder can be found in Jesus Christ alone.
What I'm worried about more than anything is people doing things that are unsafe, because at the end of the day, there is evil in the world, and you know, people will go and find ways to perform these inhumane acts. And I think, you know, as terrible as that is, I think giving people a safe place to do that and not harm themselves as well is a little bit better. I think it's still an evil at the end of the day, and you know, the Lord will punish as, you know.
Can I ask you a question? If somebody breaks into your house, like, do you think it should be safe for them to do that? Do you think police should be able to come in and?
I think that's a false equivalency.
Okay.
More than anything.
How so?
Well, can you explain your analogy a little bit more?
So yeah.
I do want to talk about, you said you believe in science. Well, scientifically, this is a different baby. This is a different human being. I don't believe yelling and hate belongs on this campus.
The word Holocaust that they use for the Jewish Holocaust, it's passing through the fire because they burned the bodies. Do you know where they adopted that word from?
I know it was taught it, but I don't remember.
So the ancient Jewish people, whenever they fell away from God, they started practicing child sacrifice. And they would take the bodies of the babies and burn them to demons. And it was a Holocaust. So there was, in the Jewish mind, among the Jewish people, a memory of the Holocaust and how evil it was. So collectively, they thought the most evil thing that has ever happened among the Jews was when we passed our children through the fire. And they took that word and they appropriated it and they used it to describe what happened to them. So they were actually, when they called their Holocaust a Holocaust, they were comparing themselves to abortion.
This is my first time ever coming out and protesting something, and so I feel like it's making me look kind of stupid because I don't have the best argument. I just know what my beliefs are.
Yeah, no, so I'm not saying, like, did they come from your mother? I'm saying, what are they rooted in?
You like this song? I do. It's period blood red.
And abortion blood red. I'm just saying that there has to be an objective standard to what we do. There is no, we can't have subjective standards, because if you say we have subjective standards, then you can't say what Hitler did was wrong. So it's got to be rooted in something. I'm just saying it has to be rooted in something that's eternal, that's outside of time and space, and that's only found in the Christian religion.
Look, I have a daughter. I care about the protection of women. I have a daughter. I have a wife.
Your brother
I care.
touches that daughter.
Yeah, I'm going to tell her not to murder a human being. It's consistency.
Now, think about it. I cannot wait. How old's your daughter?
15 months.
I cannot wait until your 15-month-old daughter grows up, develops her own thoughts and opinions, and realizes that if she got raped,
you're not letting her do nothing about it. She got to keep that baby and give birth to it, no matter how it impacts her health, no matter how it impacts her mental health. That's disgusting.
Yeah, I'll be glad that my daughter actually values human life.
The reason we're out here, hey guys, are we out here because we value human life?
Yeah, some human lives. You value some human lives. You don't value the ones that aren't wanted or that are inconvenient or whose dads are bad people.
What did Jesus say was the most important sin?
The most important sin?
Yes,
All
sir.
sin is equally condemnable to hell.
Yes, sir, that's exactly right. So why should we abolish this sin and make it unable for anybody to do it? Yeah, but we still allow people to drink alcohol every day.
Right, because certain sins, the civil government is put in place as God's servant to make sure that that doesn't happen. So just like rape right now, like I've got one for rape. Women are not sex objects, babies are not body parts, right? If there's a rapist, we should punish the rapist.
Right.
Right? If there's man stealing, like what happened in the 18th century, we're going to punish someone for man stealing. Now you're not going to punish someone equally for all sins, right? Because there's certain sins that are, you know, so these have impact on the image of God in someone else, right? So when you rape, you're marring the image of God in someone else. When you man-steal, you're marring the image of God in someone else. When you murder someone, you're marring the image of God.
Destroying.
Yeah, destroying, right. And so in Romans 13, the civil government has been put in place to bear the sword. They're protecting those who do good, they're punishing those who do evil. And so we're just saying the same laws that apply to us out here that protect us from being murdered should apply to all human beings. So even the human beings in the womb that were just conceived, and now they have human life.
Right, I understand.
And we're targeting this because rape and slavery, those are all illegal. But right now, the murder of our preborn neighbor is completely legal, right, in this nation.
Should it be, are you able to shoot somebody in self-defense?
Absolutely. I mean, in Tennessee, you have that castle doctrine.
Do you think that?
Yeah, I
So then, should murder ever be safe for a murderer?
yeah, no, murder shouldn't be safe. I wouldn't say.
Well, then why should abortion be safe?
I think how it comes across for a lot of people, I'm not well versed enough in this topic to really argue, which is, you know, that's fine. That's my fault, especially when this has been on campus
Sure.
all the time.
Yeah.
You know, you're right.
Yeah, hey, what do you think about all this stuff, what we're doing? That's okay, that's why I'm here.
As faculty, I don't talk about anything like that or politics or anything like that.
Well, I understand.
Yeah,
I understand.
That's just my safe space.
Do you care?
Let's put it to you this way.
Okay, sounds good.
Spend half my time here. Spend the other half of my time with people that are at the flea market. So
Okay.
I have to be Switzerland. I have to be neutral about everything that has to do with politics and religion and everything else, because I got my feet in each of two different worlds. Is
So
basically
what do you do at the flea market?
I just have friends that sell there, and I've gotten to know, and I go over there and just kind of shop a little bit, and then I hang out with them a little bit. And
I got
stuff
you.
like that.
I'll ask you one question then, just to see what if it was slavery? Would you have spoken out against that?
So I
Like if you-
understand your point.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, or the Jewish Holocaust.
And so the idea is that in my position, I would not be part of a public forum against slavery even.
You have an interesting perspective, being a part of Turning Point USA, post-abolitionism. Yeah, but you've been attending our events.
Yeah, I've been attending your events.
Which is crazy. Outrageous. You're not supposed to do that.
No, Turning Point's a little outrageous because they're focused on a partnership with Kristen Hawkins.
Yeah, you think that's what it is?
Yeah,
like that
because Charlie Kirk in the past has a lot of associations with Kristen Hawkins. You know Kristen Hawkins. She's huge in defending women and saying, oh, they're just a victim. But I've been talking to a lot of people about an abortion clinic over in Bristol. Everybody that goes there knows what in the world they're doing. And do they even care about the baby? No.
Hey,
This
dude,
is about
you said you have
standing up for other women.
You said you have a kid, right?
Yeah, 15 months. Daughter, beautiful daughter.
What the fuck are you doing here? Come on, man.
What do you mean?
Spend time.
What do you think? Abortion, good, bad?
Yeah, fuck them kids. Go spend time with your kids. It's a beautiful fucking day. You go out to a park. Why are you wasting your life with this?
Because my daughter isn't being torn apart. I'm here because I'm advocating for the human beings that are being systematically oppressed and destroyed.
Keith, are you a Christian?
Oh yeah, somewhat. I don't pertain to any. I'm non-denominational.
Okay.
But
What if someone came to you and was like, "Hey, bro, how do I become a Christian?"
well, that's a
Like,
different
what-
conversation I'm not ready for right now. But I just kind of came here
Okay.
to talk about that because that's a big thing. Like, I'm sure you guys are doing it for shock value. That's how you get people to come talk to you.
No. We're doing it because hundreds of millions of children have been murdered. And we believe that God judges nations who commit child sacrifice. And we're saying, so everything in America, people out here who don't know what a man and a woman is, who are just blatantly homosexual, all of these awful things that are degrading our America.
Homosexuals are awful, man. Jesus. All right.
No. I'm not.
Here.
Hey, wait.
Saying the Son of God's name in a cursed manner way is also like blasphemy. That's also a bad thing too.
Do something about it.
We're saying that God doesn't judge us for those things. Those are a judgment of God for those things.
So let me start by not talking about what I'm going to talk about. Let me talk about Students for Abolition. I got to tell you, you guys, the Students for Abolition guys and the people who support them, serious answer to prayer. The kind of thing that I want to see happen in the world and would do myself, but would always love and desire to see happen without me doing it.
So we're Students for Abolition. We create chapters across the country on universities, bringing abolitionism and the gospel to bear with the culture of death at universities.
If there's going to be a Students for Abolition group, it's got to be invented by students, led by students, driven by students, controlled by students. All I really care is that they are actually abolitionists. And then, you know, I just got on Twitter one day and bloop, Students for Abolition. So from the bottom of my heart and from, you know, my knees, I just thank you guys.
What are you doing tonight? Hey, if you're not doing anything tonight. Hey, what are you doing tonight? If you're free tonight, if you're not doing anything. Yeah, hey, what are you doing tonight? Are you free tonight at all? What are you guys doing tonight? Doing anything tonight?